Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Hello, hello. Gotta wait for the YouTube live stream to kick off. Okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys my WWE NXT live reactions from last week, May 2nd, 2018, since I want to watch tonight's episode of NXT. The reason why I waited so long was this was when I was still under the weather and was still catching up with other WWE shows, and I just haven't had a chance to really watch NXT because WWE's been so on the go lately. So I'm going to be watching last week's NXT. From what I remember, what was advertised on this show, we had three things. The first one being a women's match, Candice LeRae versus Bianca Belair. I expect that to be a pretty good match right there, actually, because they were both one of the highlights of the Mae Young Classics, and I'll talk about that when I go through their match, or when I live react to it. We're going to have the return of Kona Reeves, baby. This is the main reason these live reactions are happening. You know, everybody knows that, at least troll-wise, I'm a mark for Kona Reeves, so it's going to be interesting to see Kona Reeves finally get saved. And then we have the main event, the show that, and then the other match we have set up on the show, we have a tag team match, the Street Profits versus TM61. I expect that to be a pretty good match right there. And then we have the main event. It's going to be Pete Dunne versus Roderick Strong. This is the first time these two are going to be in the same building at the same time in a match together since NXT TakeOver New Orleans, when Roderick Strong turned on him and joined up with the Undisputed Era. I'm actually looking forward to this matchup. Ironically enough, when they had a match before for the United Kingdom Championship, it was Pete Dunne that was the heel and Roderick Strong that was the babyface. So it'll be interesting to see how the match will work with the roles reversed. So now that I've kind of gone through all that stuff, let me read the guide and start watching the actual show itself. The guide said Pete Dunne looks for vengeance against Roderick Strong in the main event, plus Candice LeRae, the Street Profits, and many more in action. And I gotta turn the volume up, because I was trying to test this out to see if it would work, because I know the live reactions when it comes to watching it on the Xbox have chosen to froze, but I just did like a test one and watched like a match on it from NXT from 2 weeks ago, and it didn't freeze at all, so it shouldn't freeze now. But now that I've said that, it probably will. And it's showing that WWE intro, trying to tell us that it's always been WWE when it was WWF before that, and then WWF.
Guys, the other we're not just fighters. We're not just champions. We're also givers. Because last week, Oni, I gave to you. I made you famous. You're forever the answer to the trivia question, who did Adam Cole beat in his first title defense of the North American Championship? I mean, Oni, this is something you're going to want to tell your kids about, your grandkids about, because when you reflect on your pathetic career, at least you can say you got beat by Adam Cole right there. You're welcome, Oni. You're so very, very welcome.
Yeah, and not to mention Danny Burch.
Don't forget that.
He had the audacity to stick his nose in our business. Oh, Danny boy, you got what you deserved. I defy you to try that again.
Boys, when you say the word, and I will let them know in rehab that there's a very good chance we're going to send a few new patients their way. Be happy to.
Last and very, very least, my old best friend for Pete Dunne. Yeah, for like a week.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, Pete, what I did to you at TakeOver, it's going to pale in comparison to what I do to you tonight, Peter.
Because we are untouchable. We are unstoppable, and boys and girls, we are undisputed.
Good promo up. But let's get to the actual NXT episode itself. So we have Percy Watson and Mo Winalo on commentary for the show.
So many new talents coming here to NXT, and so many rivalries still to be decided.
Well, this is a rivalry that I did not see coming, and I still cannot.
And in the main event of the show, we're going to have Pete Dunne versus Roderick Strong.
Has to answer for the tackle with these four tag team partners from face to face inside the square circle. It's done versus Strong in our main event later tonight.
Well, Kairi Sane. About to come out and have a match.
The only contest is a women's division match scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Yamaguchi, Japan, she is the winner of the Mae Young Classic, Kairi Sane.
Kairi Sane was given a tough test by the lady of NXT, Lacey Evans, recently here on NXT TV before.
Kairi Sane won the Mae Young Classics last year. Defeated superstars such as Tessa Blanchard, Bianca Belair, Toni Storm, and then Shayna Baszler in the finals of the Mae Young Classic. Competed at NXT TakeOver War Games at a Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT Women's Championship against the likes of Peyton Royce, Ember Moon, and Nikki Cross, but was not victorious in the matchup. And really, she hasn't really done anything since then. Which kind of sucks because she's very talented. Ushigas? Who the hell is this?
And her opponent from
Shaza?
Australia, Shaza McKenzie.
So this is Shaza McKenzie. Ember Moon. No, sorry. I had Ember Moon on the mind. Kairi Sane is winning this match. No questions about it. This is a jobber girl who's coming up with, a jobber theme.
Former gymnast. Maybe some of that flexibility will help her out tonight. She's going to toe to toe with Kairi Sane.
So an international matchup here on NXT Japan.
All right, let's get ready and do this match.
Against Australia's Shaza McKenzie, an 8-year veteran.
Kairi Sane, obviously, to try to step up to the current NXT champion, well, the NXT Women's Champion, Shayna Baszler, but obviously, failed to defeat her the second time because Shayna Baszler's first day on the NXT, she choked out Kairi Sane, and then obviously Kairi Sane came back and tried to attack her during an NXT Women's Championship match with Ember Moon. They had a matchup like a couple of weeks later where Shayna Baszler won. What was that? Come on.
Double shot by Sane.
Oh, the spear.
The battle cry.
Here's the march.
Here comes
March lead to the NXT Women's Championship.
Sane out the way
with a sliding D.
Ooh, nice sliding D. Here comes the elbow drop.
Sane all the way up to the top turnbuckle.
She's gonna hit the flying clothesline first.
Flying kabuki elbow crashing against the jaw of McKenzie.
And McKenzie's just getting destroyed right now.
That's the Tokyo Slam.
He's calling for it.
And now, ascending the turnbuckles, Kairi Sane poised to deliver. Yo!
Oh, and there's the elbow drop.
What impact! What execution!
Overall, that was like a 2-star match. This will get an up though because it made Kairi Sane look strong, and you got to build up formidable opponents for Shayna Baszler to wrestle at at a future NXT show for her NXT Women's Championship. So I'm just happy. I'm fine with this. Oh, and I gotta mention this every time. I always forget.
Slam right here by Kyrie Sane.
Gotta promote the other show. I am the Wrestling Rundown Champion. Tune into that show tomorrow. Well, I'll be giving you guys my thoughts on what I thought of Backlash.
Saints nose didn't start to bleed after retreating. That's right. Kyrie Sane, big victory here tonight on NXT. Keeping the momentum going. Whoa, here comes Kyrie Sane's recent opponent.
Lacey Evans, what does she want?
NXT, Lacey Evans, all smiles tonight. Well, Evans, in what was I thought her best outing in NXT, coming up just a little bit short against one of the top superstars in the
so
world.
Obviously, Lacey Evans competed in the Mae Young Classic, defeated Taria Conte in the first round, but lost to, I think, Toni Storm.
Class always has the courage to admit when they are wrong. Kyrie, with everything in me and everything that I stand for, I want to say that I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay, let's go for that.
From the Mae Young Classic all the way to the match that you just had tonight, you do belong here at NXT. So from one legitimate lady to another, I just hope that you can accept my apology.
Wow. Lacey Evans proving she is the lady of NXT, extending that olive branch.
She going to accept her apology? Oh my gosh. She just knocked her out.
That was ladylike. She's just dirty.
It's supposed to be a lady and you're doing stuff like that? Come on. Come on.
Just dropped Kyrie Sane on the spot with that vicious right hand.
NXT Championship!
Well, this wasn't, oh my gosh. This was a brutal attack a couple of weeks ago.
Because it was last week that the hopes and dreams of Johnny Gargano were once again crushed at the hands of Tommaso Ciampa. Before he was able to challenge NXT champion Aleister Black for the title, Gargano was ambushed in a vicious and completely uncalled for attack by his former best friend and tag team partner. You gotta stay there, Johnny. Not comfortable. You gotta stay there. And although Johnny Wrestling did what he could to put up a valiant fight, the cold-blooded actions of the Sicilian psychopath.
That was an awesome attack. I like the fact that the Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa feud is going to continue. And it looks like they're going to have a match at NXT TakeOver Chicago too, which makes sense since that's where they broke up last year.
Into an ambulance and on his way for yet another round of medical evaluations, thanks to the remorseless Tommaso Ciampa. Our broadcast colleague, Kathy Kelly, is standing by with Candice LeRae for an update on the condition of her husband.
Candice, thank you for joining us. I know this hasn't been an easy week for you. Last week, we saw Tommaso Ciampa brutally assault your husband, Johnny Gargano. Can you provide an update on his condition? Hasn't been an easy year. I was so optimistic at the beginning of the year. I was finally here, WWE NXT, with my husband, who had an NXT championship title match. And then this person that we thought was his best friend, no, our family. We thought this person was our family. It's like he'll stop at nothing. And I don't understand who this person is or why he's doing this. And it's just been up and down and up. We're happy. And like he's supposed to be gone. I thought we were done with this. And the watch. I had to watch them stretcher my husband out. And for what? And I have to go get ready for match.
Man, that is so hard to watch. A distraught Candice LeRae, whose thoughts are obviously with her husband.
That was
unfortunately for LeRae, she has
a very good interview, actually. It gets enough. But so to come tonight, she has to somehow put all that aside and wrestle Bianca Belair.
Bianca Belair, who has promulgated her intentions to become NXT Women's Champion. LeRae battles Belair later tonight.
That'll be a very good match. Well, there's Aleister Black.
UK. Are you?
Oh, no,
ready?
UK, actually.
It's June. NXT takes over the Download Festival, and you don't want to miss it. Be there to see the greatest in-ring action in the world. It's NXT live on the following dates.
I probably won't be going because it's in the UK and there's no way I can get there, so I'm not going. Well, there's Lois Sullivan.
An absolute freak. Absolute monstrous individual. 6'3", 300 pounds.
A wrecking ball, Lars Sullivan.
From day one, Lars Sullivan has been the man in NXT. There are two certainties. I ascertain what I desire, and will come at the expense of whoever stands in my path. Take over New Orleans, my hands touched the championship moment. Those that possess such symbols of greatness, consider yourselves marked for destruction.
Absolutely outrageous show of force. Walking destruction.
Sullivan intoxicated by cruelty.
Absolutely dominant.
And there's the freak incident.
The era of destruction will begin.
That was a great video package. Oh, that was 7 minutes of fun. All right, now we're going to have the Street Profits versus TM61. I'm picking the Street Profits to win because I don't want TM61 to win. That's a pretty good reason, right?
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one
We're getting the
fall.
swag like nobody can.
And a combined winner of 492 pounds. Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, the Street Profits.
Angelo
The
Dawkins.
Street Profits have been very impressive on in NXT. They debuted like a little bit before NXT Takeover Brooklyn too. No, sorry, not 2-3. Yeah, they started wrestling enhancement matches. Then they defeated Tito Sabatelli and Riddick Moss in a feud. And then they had their first loss, unfortunately, in an NXT Tag Team Championship #1 contenders match against the Authors of Pain. And then they competed in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. They defeated Heavy Machinery in the first round. And then lost, unfortunately, to the Authors of Pain again. But now that it's time for them to, this is a chance for them to really build themselves back up and establish themselves as top contenders for the NXT Tag Team Championships.
Obviously have the athleticism and, as you mentioned, those skills to pay the bills, but they needed to put together. They have to cook up a winning recipe.
They got to mix it up. It's what they got to do more.
Here comes TM61. TM61 has been very impressive in WWE when they first came in. They had a very good performance against hashtag DIY in the first match in NXT. And then they had another good performance against the Revival. And then they took it to the Authors of Pain, but failed to defeat him on an episode of NXT. And then eventually they were part of the second ever Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, where in the first round they defeated I don't remember who they defeated in the first round, actually. I gotta look that up. But Nick Miller gonna start things off with Montez Ford, and I can't look it up because my phone's dead.
Get back to basics. Change their approach here.
I think they defeated like yeah, I don't remember they wrestled in their first match. I guess that's something I can look up real quick.
And Nick Miller. Again, an important tag team confrontation. The Undisputed Era wanting to become the undisputed power brokers in NXT. Beautiful display of athleticism.
Oh, nice heel kick by Ford. So yeah, in the 2016 Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, TM61 defeated Riddick Moss and Tito Sabatelli in the first round. In the quarterfinals, Shane Thorne actually wrestled Roderick Strong in the second round because they wasn't supposed to wrestle. Oh, what a nice lifted drop kick right there. They were supposed to wrestle Austin Aries and Roderick Strong, but since Austin Aries was hurt, it was just made a one-on-one match. And then in the semifinals, they defeated Alexander Wolf and Sawyer Fulton. And then in the finals, they failed to defeat, which took place at NXT TakeOver Toronto in 2016. They failed to defeat the Authors of Pain. Oh, and a nice senton. TM61, though, then shortly afterwards was injured. At least Shane Thorne was. And then they were out for a while. And then eventually at NXT TakeOver, they returned on an episode of NXT. I think it was the one after. Oh, nice moonsault into a fist. When a moonsault fist drop combo. And TM61 started. They beat the Ely brothers in the first match back, and then they competed again in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic earlier this year, where they failed to defeat the Authors of Pain again. Really nothing left to say about it. They've just been in this matchup as of late. Angelo Dawkins has gone through the tag team partners in his career. Tag team partners such as Sawyer Fulton. Even like where they were pretty much just an enhancement tag team, and then he was an enhancement talent himself. Oh, nice double clotheslines. I'm not really as much of a fan as TM61, but I love the team of the Street Profits. I think that's a very well-done team. Montez Ford gets the hot tag on, I can't see who it is. Shane Thorne. I couldn't see who it was for a second there. Oh, nice back elbow.
Montez's final. This is a new year.
Oh, and a nice chop by Ford. Oh, and a kick right from the apron.
McAfee would love that kick.
Oh, rolls him up. No. Rolls him up himself. Hey, what are they doing? That's cheating. They just cheated. What are you doing? It's supposed to be baby faces. So I guess it looks like TM61's turning heel, which I guess makes sense because it seemed like they were kind of going in that direction anyways when they came back. And they really don't have a lot of heel tag teams right now. I think it's just the Undisputed Era because Tito Sabatelli and Riddick Moss just recently broke up. I can't think of it. I guess you have the Ely brothers, but they're really not much of a team right now. And that team, Chris C and whatever his tag team partner is. And I don't really know what, I don't think the War Raiders are heels. I think they're baby faces. I know Heavy Machinery on heels.
Look, I'm not saying that I agree with it, but I do understand it. The bottom line here at the end of the day is winning. The premium is winning.
So I wouldn't mind if that was a feud. Nice tag team feud to kind of get them noticed.
Sticking with the tag team scene, War Raiders and Heavy Machinery provide us after all these years with the unequivocal answer to the query.
Ooh, we have the tail of the tape. Let me look at the tail of the tape.
Was sparked by Rowan Hansen, who made an immediate impact.
So yeah, we have the tail of the tape for Heavy Machinery and the War Raiders. We'll kind of go through the tail of the tape real quick. I'll start with Tucker Knight. Tucker Knight's 6'2". He weighs 320 pounds. I have to look at, and that's it. Which in a total mass makes Actually, no, sorry. That's no, not right. Well, but and Otis Dozovic is 5'10", and weighs 330 pounds, and combined weight, team weight is 650 pounds. And the War Raiders, Hanson is 6'2". He weighs 305 pounds, and Rowe is 6'1", and he weighs 247 pounds. And as a team weight, they're 552 pounds, and then a total mass of with all four of them is 1,202 pounds. So that's going to be a sick match when they have a match with each other.
The expanse of Tucker Knight and Otis Dozovic. The war is here. NXT Tag Team Action, Heavy Machinery, and the team of Mox and Sabatelli. What the hell? Whoa! It's War Raiders! War Raiders are fighting NXT! Rowan Hanson on the front run on Heavy Machinery! War Raiders! The NXT Tag Team Division! NXT Reign has begun. War Raiders manhandling their opposition. It's the same story everywhere we go. Everyone falls to the War Raiders. The fallout, Heavy Machinery. The war starts with you. War Raiders! The top actor! You think you can attack us from behind and make a name for yourselves? I can't remember seeing Heavy Machinery this fired up. Are the two of you man enough to stand in this ring face to face? Because we're coming for war! They are more than ready to do battle with War Raiders.
War Raiders and Heavy Machinery are looking to assert their dominance and stake their claim here.
Well, next week, which is this week, we're going to have the War Raiders versus Heavy Machinery. I'm definitely doing a live reaction to this week's episode of NXT. I definitely want to see that. I wasn't sure if it was going to do it or not, but I definitely got to do it with a match like this.
Soon, all of NXT will be calling me NXT's finest. The finest smile, the finest jewelry, the finest hair. When I make my return to NXT, you will all witness the finest Kona Reeves.
So coming up next, we're going to have the return of the finest Kona Reeves.
I can make you this solemn promise.
And now they're doing an advertisement for the main event of Backlash. That sucks.
Decimate Roman Reigns.
I have never once seen Samoa Joe make an idle threat. Reigns is walking into the lion's den.
Believe that.
Here comes the big dog!
No matter how hard they try, no matter how tough they talk, the big dog is still here.
The history between these two superstars is something they don't like each other.
Cassius, last week, Tommaso Ciampa
Cassius
brutally assaulted Johnny Gargano, so much so that Johnny had to be stretchered out of Full Sail. You've known both of these men for quite some time now, so what is your take on this entire situation?
You're right, Kathy. I've known Johnny over 10 years since he became a wrestler. And more importantly, I know what kind of person he is. And I also know what kind of person Tommaso Ciampa has become. Tommaso Ciampa is a coward. He's an opportunistic coward, a scaramouche, if you will. And when I saw my friend Johnny, you know, he's like family to me. When I see him being stretchered out of that building, looking absolutely helpless, I knew that Tommaso Ciampa, he needs to feel that helpless. Somebody needs to make him feel that way. And that person's me.
Ooh, good promo by Cassius Ohno. Who's this? This is Patrick Scott.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Already in the ring, Patrick Scott.
NXT singles action Patrick Scott. Looking to, well, rock the apple cart in his NXT debut.
All right, here comes Kona Reeves. Kona Reeves is winning because he's Kona Reeves and he's been saved. But also because Patrick Scott's enhancement talent and they're not going to have an... I don't think an enhancement talent's really ever won. The only time you could really think of is 1, 2, 3 Kid when he defeated Razor Ramon, obviously, on an episode of Monday Night Raw in '93. But obviously that enhancement talent became X-Pac, so...
And now we see the return of Kona Reeves to NXT.
This is the man who wants that very
Obviously, Kona Reeves was upset with No Way Jose that, when he came out to save Rich Swann doing a matchup together from an attack at Split Sanity, he was upset that No Way Jose saved Rich Swann. He wasn't out there to save Kona Reeves, so that made Kona Reeves have to go find himself. He tried having a match with Rich Swann, it didn't work, and now, we're getting a matchup here between, and he's really reinvented himself.
Reeves inspired by none other than the most electrifying man in sports entertainment, The Rock.
Let's see how Kona Reeves looks
Reeves
in
now
this match. In all seriousness.
In a new path here in NXT. Reeves comes from a family of entertainers. And while he wants to
everyone wants Patrick Scott to win this match.
A victory is at the top.
What is kind of strange though is they already have a gimmick that's like this in NXT in a way with Velveteen Dream. So it's kind of weird that this just kind of seems like more of a generic version of it when I found it. I mean, Kona Reeves probably can pull this gimmick off and stuff. It just seems strange that there's already somebody in NXT with this gimmick.
The midsection by Reeves. Oh my God. Forearm.
Like I just think if he had debuted with this gimmick before Velveteen Dream was a thing, you would have been. It would have been a bit. It would have been better.
Zip up by Scott. And Scott bars the left arm of Reeves. But Reeves now able to fire Scott.
Unless Velveteen Dream and Kona Reeves are going to be a tag team, that would be really
Scott
cool.
had it for just a brief moment.
Big boots. And Reeves mauling Scott in the corner. Wow, that's focused. Look at the part of Reeves' face as he snapped here in this match against Scott. I'm the finest! I'm Kona Reeves!
How about the arrogance of Kona Reeves?
Scott went powerbomb.
Finest, as he puts it, Kona Reeves. I'm the finest!
Ooh, nice backwards elbow drop.
Fireman's carry.
Oh! Samoan.
The modified version of the Samoan drop. He calls it the Hawaiian drop. And he puts
Hawaiian drop.
Scott, Kona Reeves.
That was fine. You did that 2 stars. That was enough. Made Kona Reeves look Swan.
Check out Kona Reeves.
Yeah, overall,
all about positioning. All about opportunity.
I don't really know if Kona Reeves has been saved.
Of a huge one here tonight.
Reeves has wanted to be a WWE superstar since the 5th grade, making the most of his return here. I'm
going to kind of have to wait and see. He looked impressive in the match, but I'm just going to have to wait and see how this gimmick works.
This match right here, it wasn't pretty.
Because the way this could work is if you put a Velveteen Dream and him in a tag team together, but we'll have to wait and see.
Look at the rage in his face.
He definitely is aggressive.
Looking to stir things up in NXT.
And Moro, when it comes to stirring things up in NXT, look no further than the Undisputed Era and their newest member, Roderick.
But still to come tonight, we have Pete Dunne versus Roderick Swann.
This is just a straight up grudge match. But up next, a heartbroken Candice LeRae must put her concern.
And coming up next, we have Candice LeRae versus Bianca Belair.
Always impressive, Bianca Belair. 2 of NXT's fastest rising stars go one-on-one for the first time ever. Next
EC3
Takeover New Orleans, you witnessed one of the greatest matches in NXT history. You saw 5 stars, but only one golden god. Now, that was my very first match in NXT. Imagine what the second shall entail. As we all know, the sequel is always superior to the original.
EC3 is beyond me, and that's what makes you just you and me.
Next week, in living color, my NXT TV debut.
EC3 changing the game.
Watch as I transcend NXT into NX3.
I still don't know what he is. If he's a face, if he's a heel, I don't know. I guess we'll find out next week, which was this week. After we watch this WWEshop.com ad.
Welcome back to NXT here on the campus of Full Sail University. And as we've seen, competition for the NXT Women's Championship has been heating up since Shayna Baszler captured the crown. And earlier today, reporters caught up with one of Baszler's most featured opponents, Dakota Kai, to get her thoughts on the current state of NXT's women's division.
The women's evolution is growing stronger than ever, with Ember Moon making such a great debut on Raw, and then as much as I hate to admit the iconic duo, they really made their mark on SmackDown Live, which means that there's so many more opportunities down here at NXT, which means I really want to make my mark too.
Dakota, real quick on Shayna Baszler. Seems like you're intimidated by Shayna Baszler, yes or no?
Look, I don't want to talk about the issues that Shayna Baszler and I have, right? It happened. What do you want me to say? She's
Excuse me, coming through. I have something to say.
Vanessa, right here. Vanessa.
The way Dakota's been handling Shayna Baszler these past couple of weeks is just pathetic. And I see scaredy cat written all over her sad little face. If it were me, if it were Vanessa Bourne, I would have slapped the hell out of her. Because I'm not scared of anyone. And I'm not scared of you. And I'm not scared of Shayna. For Dakota.
Look, Shayna and I may have some issues, but I'm not afraid of you.
Whoa!
Wait, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to her. You have issues with me?
Guess that's going to be a match. Not interested. Down. This was a down. Waste of time.
I can take her on. I'm not afraid of Vanessa Bourne.
Judging by what we
All right, let's say Candice LeRae versus Vanessa Bourne. I'm going to say Vanessa, sorry, not Vanessa Bourne, sorry. Candice LeRae versus Bianca Belair. I'm going to say Bianca Belair is going to win. I'm going to say this injury of Johnny Gargano is going to get to Candice LeRae, and it's going to make her like not very well prepared for this match, and she'll not be on the game.
Her husband, Johnny Gargano, last week.
Candice LeRae always said if something did happen to Johnny Gargano, she would be the breadwinner for the family. She would provide for them.
And we understand that Johnny Gargano's medical condition is still up in the air after that brutal attack. Another one at the hands of Tommaso Ciampa, and yet Candice LeRae has to now somehow focus on this match.
Get her opponent from Knoxville, Tennessee, Bianca Belair.
And if what Candice LeRae has had to deal with in her personal life wasn't enough, she now has to compete against one of the fastest rising stars in the NXT Women's Division, Bianca Belair. And granted, this is also the toughest test of Belair's embryonic career.
of Belair. Keep in mind, she competed in the WrestleMania first ever women's battle royal.
You know, Candice LeRae did very well in the Mae Young Classics. She, I can't remember who she wrestled. I gotta remember. She, I forget who she wrestled like in her first match. It was like, I forget who it was. Oh, this is what the internet's here for.
Thought it seems, which you empathize with her, you sympathize with her, yet here she is, trying to continue living her and her husband's dream here in NXT, but under difficult circumstances as Tommaso Ciampa continues to be a living nightmare for the Gargano.
But Candice LeRae wrestled Renee Michelle in her first match in the first round match of the NXT in the Mae Young Classic, and then Nicole Savoy in the second match, and then failed to defeat Shayna Baszler in the semifinals, and then Candice LeRae had her first, and then Bianca Belair. Remember who she wrestled in? Bianca Belair defeated Sage Beckett in the first round match, but failed to defeat Kairi Sane. And then
focus on business, on the task at hand. It just does not happen.
Yeah, but to see
Candice LeRae too had her first match in NXT against Zelina Vega, and it was a solid match. Made her first like actual appearance in NXT, doing the NXT Championship match between Andrade Cien and Johnny Gargano.
Almost vanquished Belair right there. And yet just see she's not entirely on her game, trying to make the most of it.
No, you can definitely
tell. Oh, Belair catches her in midair.
Yeah, you can tell she's a step short. Bianca just took full advantage of that.
Big body slam by Belair, goes for the cover. LeRae manages to escape.
Well, I kind of like to see Tommaso Ciampa come out too and cost Candice LeRae the match and distract her.
And we still have no further update on the condition of Johnny Gargano.
What is Bianca?
Who was decimated.
What's this?
The deadlift, the power lifter.
Oh my gosh, she just deadlifted Candice LeRae.
Now things going from bad to worse for Candice LeRae.
Who else on this roster
can
do what Bianca Belair does?
Oh my gosh, what a snake eyes.
Indeed, asserting herself
that was awesome.
EST of NXT, and now Candice LeRae barely able to stand on her feet.
See Bianca bouncing around. She's feeling
that was
now.
Really cool.
Hindsight is 20/20, but man, here now the torture rack being employed by Belair.
All that pressure to the lower
Bianca Belair has been very impressive over these past few months.
Bounces up and down like that, just stretches that vertebra even more, applying more pressure.
It's incredible how fast things change here in NXT. Recently, Candice LeRae defeated Zelina Vega, and her and her husband celebrated the fact that life was so good. Johnny Gargano
nice.
on the verge of challenging for the NXT Championship.
You're right, they were on top of the world, but
and now LeRae trying to fight back into this matchup, showing that Gargano heart, channeling that emotion, transmuting the rage.
Yeah, remember, you can't kick too much ass and you lose.
And Candice LeRae now has Bianca Belair in a dire situation.
Missile drop kick.
Can Candice LeRae capitalize? Looking for that tornado.
Here we go.
Belair just throws her off.
The counter by Bianca Belair.
And Belair now.
Reverse powerbomb. Got it.
Belair goes for the cover. Bianca Belair just
good match. 3 stars. Up. Like I said, I like that Candice LeRae lost. It shows that the attack had some sort of effect on her. And her head's just not in this game. She's thinking about Johnny Gargano.
I don't think she was at all. Bianca Belair has been racking up win after win after win. So ahead next, Candice LeRae.
Look at that bench press by Bianca Belair. I like to see Bianca Belair get in the mix for the NXT Women's Championship.
Look at the power. Look at the strength. She sees the opportunity, and she capitalized, taking full advantage, making Candice eat the match. It was all she wrote right here. 1, 2, 3. She's the EST of NXT.
And Bianca Belair recording the victory, but look at the crestfallen Candice LeRae. Her heart so heavy. All of us wondering, all of us wishing Johnny Gargano all the best, but for Bianca Belair, it's celebration. For Candice LeRae, more devastation.
Well, everyone, when we come back, the wait is final.
And coming up next, we're going to have Pete Dunne versus Roderick Strong. Looking forward to this match.
Score against Roderick Strong in our main event. Next.
I'm coming, you guys, exclusively on WWE Network. The #1.
Yeah, good episode of NXT so far. I've enjoyed it.
Say the things that other people are afraid to say. I'm going to talk about the things that they told me. You can't talk about that. I'm Bruce Pritchard, and I'm back. Something else to wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, now available on demand. New episodes every Wednesday on WWE Network.
Two superstars with similar journeys around the globe, all leading them to this night.
Oh, gotten into Shinsuke Nakamura.
A double count out here in the championship match
And the greatest Royal Rumble.
This thing is so deeply personal. Obviously, AJ Styles just wants to settle the score.
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles is snapped. I'm here for a fight.
Shinsuke Nakamura. The WWE Championship. After coming close to making NXT history in one of the greatest ladder matches
And this
of all
week,
time,
we're going to have Lo Mendoza versus EC3. EC3 will make his NXT in Windy. I know we had it at like NXT TakeOver New Orleans, but I'd like it in like a real episode of NXT. And then also this week on NXT, we're going to have Cassius Ohno versus Tommaso Ciampa. I'm actually looking forward to that match. I'm definitely doing a live reaction to NXT this week.
Looks to teach Ciampa a lesson inside the ring, and that's right here on NXT next week.
Now let's get to the
We are set
main event.
for a grudge match on NXT.
The following contest
We have Pete Dunne versus Roderick Strong.
making his way to the ring from Birmingham, England, weighing in at 205 pounds. He is the WWE United Kingdom Champion, the Cruiserweight, Pete Dunne.
Mercy, bring everyone up to speed why this is a grudge match.
Obviously, this is a grudge match. Pete Dunne retained his United Kingdom Championship a few months ago against Roderick Strong, and it looked like they're going to do some sort of tag team together. Roderick Strong came out and saved Pete Dunne from an attack by Undisputed Era after Pete Dunne's United Kingdom Championship match with Adam Cole.
Kicked him in the back, and now
And then
Strong has
Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne.
the form of the Undisputed Era.
Oh, he's coming out with his normal theme song too. I thought he would have kept his. I thought he would have come out to the Undisputed Era theme song, but I guess not. Ooh, I kind of like the intro they have. It's like his old theme, and then he uses the Undisputed Era theme song. But anyhow, yeah,
Coming to the ring for the NXT North American Champion, Adam Cole, and his partner, Kyle O'Reilly. Representing the NXT Tag Team Champion, the Undisputed Era.
yeah, but then Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne teamed up together in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics. They defeated Tony Lorcan and Danny Burch in the first round, and then they beat Eric Young and Alexander Wolf in the second round. And then they were, in the finals match with the Authors of Pain, it was interrupted by Undisputed Era. So then it was made a triple threat match. But at NXT TakeOver New Orleans, Authors of Pain versus Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly versus Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong. For the, oh my gosh. Dunn just absolutely just
Strong, all that pent up frustration
killed Roderick
from what
Strong.
went down at NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
I'm not even surprised that he took it right to Strong.
And these two tearing into each other.
This Pete Dunne's a sick baby face right now.
Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic.
Oh, what a kick right to the arm. Obviously, Roderick Strong had to get out of there.
Took umbrage with Strong's actions and
Oh, and a forearm from the apron.
I mean, it was the ultimate betrayal in the tag team. I mean, it's the unwritten rule. I got your back, you got mine. I mean, Roderick Strong just simply
backbreaker by Strong. This is not a match. This is a fight.
Tried to break the heart of Pete Dunne, but Pete Dunne, who is the WWE United Kingdom champion.
You know, Pete Dunne has been the United Kingdom champion since NXT TakeOver Chicago almost last year. He had a very good showing again. Oh my gosh. Oh, a forearm right to the back of Strong's head.
By Pete Dunne. Hard-hitting affair, as one would expect.
Oh.
With tensions.
This is a
at
fight.
An all-time high here between Dunne and Strong.
Oh, a drop kick by Strong off from the apron.
Sends Dunne crashing in a heap at ringside. Referee administering the 10 count. Oh no.
Oh. A backbreaker, like a torture rack backbreaker right on the apron.
In this match.
The face of Pete Dunne.
This is a sick match right now. This match is just non-stop going. I mean, you could just feel the hatred that these two men have for each other.
There by Strong, and Dunne roll back in the ring.
You got to think Roderick Strong's facing Pete Dunne for the UK Championship, being his tag team partner. He's picked up a lot.
You know what, Pete Dunne has accomplished a lot since being in WWE. He debuted in the United Kingdom Championship tournament. He defeated Dan Mooley, I think his name was, in the first round. Sam Gradwell in the second round. In the quarterfinals, he defeated Mark Andrews, and then in the finals, he failed to defeat Tyler Bate. But then he debuted at NXT, defeated Mark Andrews in the matchup, and then in the United Kingdom Championship special, not only did he beat, and a stomp right to Dunne's head. Not only did he defeat, Sam Gradwell, but then he went on to defeat Trent Seven to become the #1 contender to Tyler Bates United Kingdom Championship at NXT TakeOver Chicago last year. Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne had the best WWE match of the year when Pete Dunne took Tyler Bates United Kingdom Championship from him. And then Pete Dunne went on to have successful title defenses first. First he had then he went on to defeat Danny Burton in a matchup on NXT. Then he went on to win a tag team match when he teamed up with Wolfgang to defeat Mustache Mountain. And then he beat Wolfgang to retain his United Kingdom Championship. Then he defeated Johnny Gargano in an episode of NXT to retain his NXT Championship. He debuted in an episode of Monday Night Raw and beat then in November 2017 and beat then. Oh, nice backbreaker by Strong. And beat then Cruiserweight champion Enzo Amore. Then Pete Dunne went on, and you got a passable match out of Enzo Amore. If you could get a passable match out of Enzo Amore, you did something right.
Regardless of the tactics that it took.
And then Pete Dunne went on to
he didn't win that NXT tag team title. Era handed it to him.
He cost Pete Dunne the NXT tag team title.
Then Pete Dunne went on to
I don't agree.
Lost a tag team match when he teamed up with Mark Andrews to Mustache Mountain when he was pinned by Tyler Bate. And then Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne had the second best WWE match of the year when Pete Dunne defeated Tyler Bate at the last episode of NXT to retain his NXT Tag Team Championships. United Kingdom Championship. Sorry. Then Pete Dunne went on to successfully retain his NXT Tag Team Championships. Oh, that's flex.
By Pete Dunne, and finally a window of opportunity cracks open for the WWE United Kingdom Champion. Concern on the faces of O'Reilly and Cole.
Pete Dunne trying to get himself up, trying to get himself back together.
Strong and Dunn exchanging strikes. A spirited battle here.
Oh, and an uppercut by Dunn.
Emotion between Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong. Reversal on the Irish whip. And now
lands on his feet.
Athleticism of Dunn.
It's the goalie in the corner.
Fury on Strong.
Strong is dizzy.
Oh, he just stomped right on his hand from the second turnbuckle.
Into the arm, the elbow of Roderick Strong.
This is exactly what United Kingdom champion Pete Dunne was looking for.
Oh, he's going to break his fingers. No, he's not.
Just like Beckham, but Strong, the crafty veteran, depositing Dunn to the outside.
Not just that, spending all that time with Dunn, he learned.
Oh, and a high knee by Strong.
Ringing the bell of Pete Dunne. Has Dunn draped on that second rope.
Oh, underhook backbreaker.
Backbreaker from
Underhook draping backbreaker. Cover by Swan. No, and a kick out by Dunn.
What a matchup here between Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong.
You got to think his lower back is on fire. How hard was it for Pete Dunne with that last kick out right there?
Dunn trying to right the wrong that he was subjected to at NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
Oh.
Strong was looking for the Olympic Slam.
It's a goalie again by Dunn.
The shoulder of Strong.
After reversing the Olympic Slam. Oh, and it's a goalie by Swan.
Side of the neck of Pete Dunne. Heavy artillery. High impact. High octane offense. Courtesy of both Dunn and Strong.
Pete Dunne.
By Dunn.
Oh, cooking a clutch.
The sleeper here, Dunn.
Oh, it's the sleeper hold. Is he going to put Roderick Strong to sleep? No, he's not. Oh, he turned it into a cross arm breaker.
Transition to that armbar by Dunn.
Oh, Strong rolls him up. No.
Stacking Dunn momentarily before making it to the bottom rope. Feeling the effects of the master manipulator of the joints, Pete Dunne.
Strong was lucky he was able to get to the ropes because it's going to be bad news.
How much is left in both of their respective tanks? Dunn struggling to get to the top turnbuckle. Strong intercepting his path, but Dunn dropping away.
Oh, and it's the goalie by Strong.
And you can see the renewed sense of confidence, the renewed sense of ability.
Oh, an Olympic slam off the turnbuckles.
Olympic slam. And Strong with the back press hooks the leg. And somehow Dunn kicks out. The Undisputed Era imploring, barking at Pete Dunne to stay down. That's not what made Pete Dunne a WWE United Kingdom champion. That's not what made Pete Dunne involved in the 2017 NXT Match of the Year against his compatriot Tyler Bate. There is no quit in the cruiserweight.
You can see the rage building in the face of Pete Dunne.
Oh my gosh. He caught his hand.
Catch it, Roderick Strong.
Oh, he just broke his fingers.
Snap! And Dunn driving those punches into the back of Roderick Strong.
Oh, German suplex to Swan.
Suplex by Dunn.
Oh, and a kick right to the back. And here it comes.
Is it going to be the bitter end? Bitter end! Roderick Strong's shoulders are down.
And predictably, Undisputed Era got involved. I figured that was going to happen, but whatever. I didn't even pick a winner. I forgot to. I was so interested in the match. I guess I probably would have picked Strong though because so I got it wrong. But I think they're building up to the United Kingdom Championship Special Day 1 show where it's going to be British Invasion or whatever the tag team name's going to be. Oh.
It is Bedlam here at Full Sail Live.
I like this matchup though, where it's Danny Bird, Tony Lorcan, and Pete Dunne versus Undisputed Era.
Birch and Lorcan evening the playing field. And now Roderick Strong.
Oh, a forearm to... Did he? Oh, he just threw his shoe at Adam Cole. That's awesome.
Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch.
That was awesome, actually.
Roderick Strong on the verge of being defeated by Pete Dunne before his running mates of the Undisputed Era came to his rescue. But this rivalry is far from over.
Overall, that was a pretty good episode of NXT. I'll give it like a 7 7.25 out of 10. I don't really think it was a great episode, but it was pretty good. And I got it working with no problems too. I should say I got it to, I got to watch it without any freezing or anything like that. So hopefully that stays like that. But obviously, don't count on it with this network. But yeah, overall, I didn't get to rate the Pete Dunne Roderick Strong match. I thought that was a really good match. I'll give it 3 3/4. Obviously, I'm not really a huge fan of DQ finishes. I understand why they did this one though, because they want to probably build to that, 6-man tag. But the problem was that they should have had Mustache Mountain come out instead of Lorcan and Burch. I understand that they wanted to, they're probably building to that though, because that's going to be in like a month. So obviously we have to wait and see. But overall, I thought that was a pretty good episode of NXT. I liked the NXT Women's Championship match. I liked the main event. I liked the opening match. The only thing I really didn't like on that show was that Dakota Kai segment. So that's pretty good. That's pretty much it, guys. I'll be back later on tonight to give you guys my live reactions for this week's NXT. And make sure you guys subscribe to my channel so you can watch that and click on the bell so that way when I upload those live reactions, you guys will get the notifications for it. And make sure you guys do the same thing for my CM brothers and no one the Talking to YouTube channels. And that's pretty much it, guys. Talk to you later.